Hello, arcade gamers. This is Daniel, back again with BiggggyD's Arcade, and this is my 8th episode of Chill and Chat today, and I am just looking forward to covering all the Arcade 1-Up news. We've gotten a new announcement. We had a live stream with John D. and Liv, and we got to ask questions, and we got answers, and a lot of unhappy people in the community right now. So I'm going to definitely get into all of that, and I want to start first with that 1-Up show. So on Tuesday, we got an announcement, advertisement through their YouTube channel that they were going to be doing a live stream unveiling a new product, and they had a silhouette of a midway form looking arcade 1-Up cabinet. So they didn't really give us any details at all. They wanted to leave that up to the actual show itself. And so we started speculating on Tuesday, was this Time Crisis, or were they going to be giving us Star Wars at finally a re-release of it? And we all found out on Wednesday there was a Facebook leak that showed the Killer Instinct Pro with the light-up coin doors and new features we had not heard about. And we knew that video was new, and that meant that this new product announcement was not anything new. It was, in fact, a just re-announcement of a product we already knew about, which was Killer Instinct. And that was the Pro Series Limited Edition. We got confirmation on what we're getting finally, and what the price tag is, which we'd speculated for some time, was $1,000. And we got confirmation it indeed is. So this is a high price tag. This is a new territory that Arcade 1-Up is now going into with this. They are now marketing to a higher end of customer, someone who purchases, probably authentic real arcades, or they spend lots of money on the games, setups, or even the iArcade Golds. That's your type of customer that they're targeting now with this series. And we'll see if they're able to back it up and if they are able to achieve success in this price point. And what they're going to be advertising that you're getting is a 19-inch IPS LCD screen. They assure us this is not the TN screen that we've been seeing in the XL versions of NBA Jam and the Golden TXL. They assure us this is a BOE, similar to the 17-inch screen that most customers have been extremely happy with. But that's left to be seen. We will not know that until a customer actually receives one and they reviews it, or we start seeing a review on it. But it does include what we can see in the video and description: hat, buttons, and sticks, chrome T-molding. So these are, high-end features, high-end controls. I'm hoping that the T-molding results in a more sturdy form factor. Anything about an Arcade 1-Up, it rattles a lot. If you shake it, it'll shake a little bit. Hopefully these do not with that chrome T-molding. And I'm also hoping that if you bang up against it or you happen to bang furniture against it, the chrome T-molding will hold up better long-term. And if you were to perhaps have to move it, it would hold up better if you were to hit a corner of a wall with that. These are, hopefully 10-year, 20-year machines rather than what I consider, the machines behind me to be 5 to 10-year machines. And then light up coin doors. So I've been noticing that a lot of people lately have been doing modifications, easily adding a light up coin door. They're doing that now in the factory, which they should be doing moving forward with all these. Very simple to do, very inexpensive to do. Also, it's 67.5 inches tall with no riser, so it's extremely tall cabinet, and you don't have a riser under the bottom, so it's going to look authentic and big, like what you would see in a real arcade. So that'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing what that looks like in people's homes. Also, Yamaha speakers. So this is a great, I think, feature and upgrade. If you know anything about the iArcades, and especially the iArcade Gold, they come with, high-end, expensive, high-quality speakers. So hopefully these Yamahas sound great like those do. And a thought of mine, if you're listening, Arcade One Up, is you should invest in just some programming to do a menu system for a jukebox. So I've heard in the iArcade you can play music through your phone, maybe through Bluetooth or through an auxiliary port. Being that we have headset ports on these, being that we have Bluetooth capability, hopefully in the future, maybe you could design some a menu system and the option in there to play your music through the Yamaha speakers, giving these cabinets added value. They're not just an arcade system in your home. They're also a stereo system for your MP3 music or your radio or whatever you might want to listen in your living room or your game room. So that's a good thought, and you should listen on that, I believe. Also, free shipping, and then total price out the door, $1,000 plus tax. So is it worth it? Are our hard-earned dollars $1,000 worth what we're getting here? And my answer to that is I don't know yet. I want to give Arcade One Up the benefit of the doubt. I want them to follow through with what they say. I want them to achieve success. I really do. I like their products. I'm an enthusiast of their products. And even though I can be unhappy with them, that doesn't mean I don't want them to succeed and be, make new and better products in the future. So I really hope that they do what's right and they make good decisions as a company, and they follow through with what they have told us. So I hope the screen is what they say it is. I hope the speakers sound the way they sound or they say they sound. If those things happen, I believe then you're going to notice, more people moving towards paying more money and potentially purchasing a $1,000 cabinet when they may have never considered it in the past. But in order to do those things, you have to not only create the product and make sure that product is of high quality that people are happy with, you also have to back up the support. You have to back up the communication of your product. So at $1,000 price point, there comes a lot more responsibility with that amount of money that someone's spending. So if we contact your company, we want to be heard. We want to not just be able to submit a ticket, but potentially make a phone call and speak to someone over the phone about their get high quality customer service with that phone call. And they want to be able to get a high response time, and they want to know that they're taken care of. They're not going out and impulse buying at a Walmart $200 or $300 cabinets or purchasing a $500 or $600 cabinet at Kohl's. They are going directly to you to purchase a limited run of cabinet in which they can only go to you for support. You're going to have to be there and help them and answer those calls and respond to those issues quickly. Those are things you have to think about as a company moving forward, and I hope that they have, and I probably think that they have. So, but just to kind of give you some comparison of what a $1,000 Arcade One Up cabinet is and what you're paying for. So I bought Final Fight at $75. I bought Miss Pac-Man at $199. That's a brand new cabinet with Wi-Fi. I bought Marvel vs. Superheroes, which had the Punisher on it, which they still have not released, for $150. Brand new. I bought NBA Jam for $219, brand new. I bought Attack from Mars through Kohl's for $450, and I got $100 Kohl's cash with that, which I was able to purchase things that I needed with. So I essentially purchased Attack from Mars for $350. Keep in mind these were all brand new purchases in the box with receipts and warranties. And, I enjoy playing each and every one of these machines. Every day I play them. And I added it up, $1,000 on my entire arcade. And they're asking you to spend that on one machine, one arcade machine. So that's a lot to consider, and a large investment for your average Arcade One Up customer. Something else that's going to hurt them, I believe, early on, and what's probably resulted in them not being able to pre-order the 500 units so far, is that they are selling their original Killer Instinct with the same games lineup, a lot of the same features, for $399. So they've got a lot of competition for the Pro Series when they're selling pretty much the same exact game for less than half the amount and free shipping. So a lot to consider going into this pre-order, and we'll see how it all plays out. But definitely look at the prices you can get and the money you can save, because I've saved a ton on mine, and I'm not about to run out and spend $1,000. That's my personal opinion on it. But then it also got me thinking too. So we've got 2 different cabinets right now that have online multiplayer, or they're advertised as that, but you're not able to play them that way. Okay, so each and every machine has a live button, and that live button indicates a multitude of different things. So like, for instance, for me, my Miss Pac-Man, it's Wi-Fi enabled. It has a live button, but when I press the live button, it only gives me online leaderboards. But when I purchased Miss Pac-Man, the box stated it had online leaderboards. It didn't advertise anything other than that. So I'm 100% satisfied with my purchase. I press the button, it does what it says it's supposed to do. My NBA Jam has an extremely good online experience. I press the live button, I have lobbies, I have always competition. Every time I get on there, there's people playing. And, I'm extremely happy with that purchase. So I have to put myself in these other customers' shoes when I think of a NFL Blitz or a Marvel vs. Capcom 2. And, they press their live button. Their box said they're going to be able to play online multiplayer, and they're not. That's for Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and NFL Blitz only. I do relate with those customers and the customers out there that have purchased these cabinets. And that was, probably the largest concern in the live chat and the questions during their announcement was, when are we going to get our cabinets online? When are we going to be able to play, the Marvel versus Capcom 2 and the NFL Blitz online? So those are 2 different answers. NFL Blitz currently is in the online testing phase. So if you're hoping it's coming soon, it may be. It sounds like they've already achieved success in the single player gameplay. They've surpassed that, and they're probably going to update yours soon with an update that will fix the issues you've been seeing in single player. But for the online player, they're in the testing phase for that right now. So they are moving that process along, but they're still not there. So, if I was a customer of the NFL Blitz right now, and I had bought it and I'd seen the box and it said online multiplayer, and we're now a month in, and they're telling me they're still working on it, I would probably return my cabinet. I hate to say it, I probably would. And then just rebuy it if I wanted to when it was ready. And that's because you could probably get a better price that way. You could probably get it at $400 or $300 maybe in January or February, and be able to play it online then. So that's my personal opinion. But if you're happy with it and you enjoy it and you're an NFL fan, it's NFL season right now, it may be worth keeping and just hanging out, playing the single player with your friends or your family. For Marvel vs. Capcom 2, however, it's $599 as well. And it was advertised as Wi-Fi play, online play, multiplayer. And you can play your Marvel vs. Capcom 1. So you can play it. You can play all the other games online. But you cannot play the marquee title. You cannot play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 online right now, unfortunately. And that's the one reason people bought the cabinet. So I feel for those customers. And the bad news is they're not even in the online testing phase yet. So if you purchase this, they're not even past the single player part of it yet. They're still working on it. So you have issues, you have bugs while you play it. They're still trying to figure that out. And there's no, 100% confirmation that when that's going to happen or if it's going to happen. So, you could potentially own this cabinet for a year or two and maybe forever and never be able to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2 online. And in my opinion, that's unacceptable. I would 100% return this cabinet or cancel my pre-order if I had one. But that's my opinion. Everyone's different. And there are people out there that are probably happy with this cabinet the way it is, and they're happy with it being advertised as something different, and they don't question it. So everyone is different, and I want to make that point. But I'm looking at it from a larger, bigger picture in that majority of your customers are not going to accept that. I know I wouldn't. And I'm an enthusiast. I'm a arcade one-up enthusiast and product reviewer and, commenter. And I would not be happy with the experience that I would be getting with this cabinet right now. But I want to move on to past arcade one-up and arcade one-up products. And I want to get into the home console products because so I had $600 burning a hole in my pocket that I wanted to spend on something. And I had, thought originally, if you'd watched some of my early videos a couple of months ago, I wanted NFL Blitz. I really wanted that cabinet. I'm a huge NFL fan. I had then a lot of interest in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and I had pretty much made my decision that I was getting it. And then after this live stream and hearing that the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was not even going to be ready anytime soon, they're not even beginning to work on it yet, I made my decision that I was moving forward with that PS5 purchase I had covered in my last video. I had gotten extremely lucky. I had logged back into my PlayStation account on the 27th, the night before this game was released, and they had PS5 units bundles available again on the website. So I pulled the trigger immediately, purchased it. It should arrive tomorrow. And I am so looking forward to playing this machine. I would like to get a capture card for my computer and start doing some gameplay of this as well as some other games I've purchased over the last couple of days. And I'll show you those as well. So I had purchased Spider-Man, Miles Morales. This is a $50 game that came out in 2020. It was a launch game, and it's one I've been wanting to play for a very long time. It still has held pretty high on its price, but I had purchased this through eBay. So if you're just now getting your PS5 and you're looking to build your library, a good place to go to get brand new PS5 games is eBay and do the auction. So I had purchased this game just yesterday for $23.75 through an auction, brand new, still in the packaging, still in the wrap, and that will arrive next week. I'd also purchased Deathloop as well. I got this through GameStop. I got the deluxe edition for $18, brand new, and I can go pick that up this weekend, and I'll probably be up there today or tomorrow to pick that up. And this is a Game of the Year deluxe edition, which is being sold at Best Buy currently for $79.99. So I got it for 5% of what it was being sold at Best Buy for. So there are deals to be had on the PS5 library of games right now because the PS5 was, very short supply for a very long time. So the demand was very high on the console. So they produced a lot of video games, but they didn't have a lot of consoles to match up with those games and those customers. So those are being sold at huge discounts right now. If you find a 2020 title or a 2021 title, you can probably get those for dollars or $15, $20 right now. So very good deals and savings to be had in the PS5 category of library of games. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the live stream this weekend. Definitely looking forward to all the news coming out here in November and December with the release of the Killer Instinct Pro. And then also I'm going to be doing some gameplay with my PS5. Looking forward to the graphics and the fun that's going to be had with that system. And I hope you guys continue to watch, like, subscribe, comment, and I will see everyone in the next video. Bye-bye.